welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Aries for the month of June 2019. Welcome Aries. Now we're coming into Gemini, so lots of speedy, quick mind energy coming in for you guys, for all of us actually, for the month of June. Well, at least while we're in Gemini, then we cross to Cancer already. We're in the 6th month of the year. So, welcome. Let's see what's happening, Aries. The moon. Gosh, I think you had this last time. So, we're still under the effects of the moon, Aries. So, there's still some hidden stuff that hasn't been come to light yet, but it will come to light. When the moon's around it, you've got to be careful too about things, decisions you make, etc., because there's more to come. So it kind of throws, you know, a bit of darkness, funnily enough, on whatever's going on. So you can't really see clearly with the moon. There might be a bit of confusion too with your mind if you're trying to make logic out of a situation. When the moon's around, you've really got to sort of rely on intuition for that, Aries. So heed those words, because we're going to see exactly what's coming up for you guys in June, where you are right now. 4 of Cups. So there might be a feeling of disappointment, just disengagement as well, emotionally, just feeling like, oh my God, you've just hit a bit of a low, a bit of a trough. When the 4 of Cups comes along emotionally, sometimes it is that crossover from the honeymoon period of a relationship to, it's like a holding pattern basically, Aries. So just go with that and do what you can do. Perhaps just stand out a bit too with the 4. Consolidate what you've already got regarding the relationship and just try and focus on other things. For example, gratitude, all those usual positive sort of messages that we all need to heed, because it's important to, when you're in these sort of, you feel you're in these sort of situations, you need to sort of put a positive spin back on it, especially when you're not really sure what's going on, and that would obviously be the moon there, guys. So let's see what's brought it on. Queen of Cups. So it's about being passive, it's about just being receptive as well. It's not particularly, once again, it's just letting that emotional consolidation happen. So, you know, have a look at what there is that's gone before it, and just, you know, kind of once again stand back and just watch, observe, be receptive. It's not a time to be gung-ho and go in there with, you know, a speech rehearse, and this is happening and that's happening. No matter what the nature of the partnership is, if it is indeed a partnership, could well be a partnership, very emotional, and that's normally where we do sort of find we get really tested in emotional relationships, close relationships with people. We really get tested, and we test our own sort of resolve as well, Aries. So just try really hard to be receptive in June. Just, you know, let things come at you and try not to react well, Aries would normally react because they're a fire sign, and they are governed by Mars, which is the planet of war. It's the, you know, get things out in the open sort of business. But yeah, do this or don't do this at your peril, but you'll see what happens anyway, Aries. So let's see the background of that situation. Page of Swords is a little bit of a pest. I call him the little pest, in a very nice way though, of course, but he's a bit of a gossip. He sort of likes to idly chit-chat about things. You might have heard things on the breeze, stories on the breeze, or just get that feeling that something isn't quite grounded, that, yeah, there's just that sort of very movable energy of the Page of Swords. It's very much a Gemini because it's swords, so it's very much the air. They are ruled by air, as you can see by the sign there. So it's, yeah, just watch what you listen to. Be receptive. Don't be jumping to conclusions, because with the Page of Swords, nothing's really grounded. And we've just come out of Taurus too, which is very earthed. So let's just see where that takes us in this 10-step reading we're doing for you. Recent influences. More swords, Aries. Oh dear. Okay, 7 of Swords. So you may have suspicions of some kind, but then again, just be receptive with it, as the Queen of Cups asked you to, or advised you to. 7 of Swords can be you perhaps setting up a sabotage situation because you're feeling out of your depth. You're feeling like something is wrong. Perhaps I'm sort of spinning this more towards relationship, close issues. So really examine that too, Aries, and try and sort of nut it out. Is it your thinking that sort of got the slant of jealousy and a bit of deceptive nature? But we've got the moon as well, so it's like a double whammy with the swords, 7 of Swords and the moon. So just, yeah, as we keep saying with the crossing card here, the Queen of Cups, try to be receptive. The lesson that you'll be learning in June. 8 of Coins. So yeah, be focusing on work. Work's always a good saviour in a way when we're really sort of emotionally sort of convoluted and bothered and just unsure of what's going on. We've always got work, or, you know, working on some sort of projects that do bring you peace of mind and you feel like you're getting somewhere with that. 8 of Coins is very much that sort of, it's your passion, it's work, or it's a project that you really, you know, love doing outside of the work time. So putting energy in and getting that same energy back out of satisfaction and sort of trying to really channel that energy positively. So yeah, think about that for June, Aries. If things aren't working well in one sector of your life, you know, try and put a bit more effort into other sectors where you will sort of get that positive feedback for yourself and feel like, oh, well, at least that's one sector that I've got sort of, yeah, I'll just, I can do something with that. Lovely card though, the 8 of Coins, and it's sort of saying, look, things are well, doing well, working hard, getting results, so keep pushing through with that. Perhaps this month, it's advising. Near future, Aries. So there we have 2 of Wands, so one of your suit, so making decisions about the movement, forward movement. So already by the second week, end of first week of June, I guess you'll be feeling a bit better about sort of seeing a positive sort of outcome of what you're doing, making decisions about moving forward as well in other sectors of your life. That can be anything that sort of really is a positive, a Wands type of energy, booking a trip for colder weather coming up for us in the Southern Hemisphere, all that sort of thing. Positive, making a positive decision to sort of focus on positive outcomes just while we have this energy around in June. And June can be quite volatile as well for a lot of people. It's some very unusual and unexpected, from my experience personally, things happen in June which can really come out. That's that real Knight of Swords energy, Aries. So just expect the unexpected, but try and sort of counteract it with, you know, making some positive decisions about what's happening, and, you know, looking over sort of towards the horizon a bit more, and with a positive goal as well, and things working out well. A couple of options coming into Aries if you're looking at jobs and things like that, but it seems to be more this month for you guys is more about, you know, relationships, emotional stuff with you guys. Okay, let's see what's happening that you're not realizing. 10 of Cups, well, there you are. Sort of answered the question. A very stable sort of emotional environment at the moment. So there, again, I would sort of advise you to just sort of take a step back and have a look at really what's going on practically in the life, and then just see what your head's doing with all that stuff. Where's all this stuff coming from? Because emotionally, the 10 of Cups is a very nice card to get. It's the top. As we know, the 10 is the sort of completion of things. It's the final stage in a process. So things look quite good. So really have a look at where your mind's at, Aries, in the month of June. Try to be intuitive. Head energy really kind of not to be used in June. How others see you. 7 of Cups there too. So, you know, if something probably seems too good to be true, it may well be. But this is other people viewing your situation, and this is their sort of vibe, I guess, Aries. 7 of Cups is almost, it's like an illusion as well, Aries. So, but this is how other people are seeing you. So you've got to kind of take that on board and think, well, why are they seeing me like that? Have you sort of talked something up emotionally? Once again, it's Cups, so it's emotional. And maybe who's around you is projecting how they would feel in that situation as well, that things seem a bit too good to be true. So, yeah, just try and be receptive, as I said, and just, yeah, that's how other people see you. And then that, look, everyone can have their opinion. But then down here underneath that, we have the 10 of Cups. So, really, just think about that one too, and other perspectives, because that's how they see you. Positive feelings, King of Wands, more your style, Aries. So, yeah, focusing on what you can do, really being sort of very smart about where your strengths lie too. King of, he might be the cause, ladies, if this is for ladies, or whichever gender, it doesn't really matter. But in this character may be the cause of the sort of suspicious kind of energy that's floating around you in your mind. And he can be, because he's often away a lot. He's a traveller. He's very much I call him the Russell Crowe of the people. He's very, very charismatic. He's very intelligent. All those sort of qualities he has. But then sometimes that can put people on a bit of edge, because he is like that, and he can come off as arrogant as well, which is for good or bad, whatever. I don't really see it as anything. Some people just do have that haughty demon there. So, yeah, there he is as the positive feelings. But you know who he is to you anyway, Aries. So just, yeah, put it all in perspective is the message, I guess. Because it'll be different for all of you, and some you can take what you want and leave the rest. Final outcome for June. The Chariot says success is there. You just have to emotionally discipline yourself. So in this case, Aries, we know what that means. You know, turn that brain off. Turn off that head energy, the thought, the perspective. Sort of just go within. Be receptive. Be intuitive. Try to really rein in that emotional discipline, not getting too ahead of yourself, and you will have success. Definitely. Okay, so there you go, Aries. Look, it looks good. There's a bit of head energy there, but you know what? The only card I'm going to clarify is that 7 of Cups, because I feel like that may be detrimental to some of you in some ways, and plus because it's how other people see you. So it might not necessarily apply to all of you. Let's see. So under the surface of the Seven of Cups, we have the 10 of Coins. So once again, you know, that 10, 2 tens in the reading today, which is excellent. It's sort of an outcome there, but a very stable energy with the 10 of Coins. So that's how they see you too. So maybe there's something there too coming up. Focusing, as we said with the lesson, focusing on the work more and doing what you can do and moving what you can move this month, Aries, rather than sort of floating and flitting around in your mind in that energy of Gemini and the air, the wind, the mind. So that's nice. Let's just find your final clarification card, the Buddha reading card, see what we've got there for you as a message overall. Pure action. Refrain from that which is unskillful or that which harms. Do good and purify your heart. So just action. Make action happen. And it's number 8, so it's all about, you know, taking your personal power back. Being active rather than just sitting there and being passive and worrying and stressing. Okay, Aries, I wish you a really happy June. Thank you very much for listening.